trying to get my computer to come back on. Oh, what's going on with the computer? Wanted that on so I could see the chat. What the heck? Computer's not turning on. I wanted to be able to read the chat on there. Try plugging it into a different outlet. What's going on with my cord? There we go. There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Giving people time to come in. I don't see anybody in the room yet. Well, see if anybody shows up.
Greetings and blessings out like lava. I'm on Sailor Beverly. How are you,
Oh, there's Delaney. Hey, Delaney. How you doing, hun?
You ain't playing over here. You want?
Waiting to see if anybody shows up. Oh, I've got 14 people. No one else is talking in the chat. Hey, everybody. So I didn't know for sure if I was going to go back on. I haven't been on all week. I'm good. I actually had a procedure today. Been waiting for, oh gosh, since January 16th. I was in the ER then for a blocked colon, and it tore. And so I've been healing, and I finally went in for procedure today. And just had a colonoscopy, and they put metal clips on my colon where the tears were, so I was bleeding during the procedure. So I'm a little sore, but feeling better than I was. So can you hear me? Yeah. I'm taking it easy. I don't know where you all live. I'm in Ohio, and definitely taking it easy. I couldn't go outside today because it's way too cold. It started snowing again here. Yay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'll probably go back to work tomorrow. And I'm sure I overdid it today. I came home and slept for a couple hours, and then stupidly started cleaning in I call it the room of avoidance. I have a room that just has a bunch of stuff that I need to go through So I cleared out a whole tote of stuff for the kids, and it's all Australia. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're coming into autumn. That's wild. So I cleared out some stuff and made a whole tote for my kids, for my two that live in Ohio, to come get and go through their stuff. And it's so they were both adopted from China, so it's keepsakes from the trips when we went to adopt them. Hey, Green Nine, glad to see you, hon. So anyway, I have a whole tote sitting in the hallway for the kids that it's like, hey, this is your stuff. You got to get your stuff. So I don't know when I'll see them next. My daughter got 2 letters of acceptance for a master's program, and she was waiting on the third to see where she's going to end up moving to. And so I'm hoping I get to see her as much as I can before she moves and leaves. And my son that lives in Ohio has been pretty busy making sure he's still training as much as he can. He has he's actually competing in the Boston Marathon, which is like the beginning of April. So really proud of him for that. So he's a little busy until that clears out from his schedule. So yes, yes. You've been just knocking it out of the ballpark, Green Eyed, with the new songs. I mean, when don't you ever? You pretty much always do. So, what was you had one today about a pack of smokes. Oh, when my friend picked me up early this morning at like 6:30 this morning, my friend Katie came to pick me up to drive me in for my procedure. And I played her both versions of your peanut butter song. She was cracking up. She had actually made a song for me this morning too, because I was going in for the colonoscopy. She decided to sing "I Like Big Butts." So she just kind of spoke the whole intro and then added the song onto it. So I was greeted with that first thing this morning at 6:30 this morning. I'm like, I haven't even had coffee yet, Katie, and you're being just silly. Yeah, we used to work together, and really had a good time when we worked together, and then kind of floated it out of each other's lives for a while she was married. She's just recently went through a divorce, so we're able to reconnect. So that's kind of cool. Oh, really? That was the first song you ever wrote, and you just decided to finally make it. That is awesome. I don't ever think that any of my songs are good enough to actually put out there. Like the lyrics, I've written a couple of love songs and like a couple of raps, but they're usually just silly songs, like something I make up in the moment, because, just because. So, yeah. So there were like 14 people, and now I see only 5. So, okay. I'm going to start with the Divine Doorways. Yes. My songs are hilarious, but yeah. I know. I'm so proud of her. I can't wait till she's just like plastered everywhere, all of her music. I need to go and share all of your stuff to all of my platforms and, put you out there, give you some publicity. So I have no idea how long I'll be on. Right now I'm feeling okay. So, General Collective, Angels, Guides, and Ancestors, give us a message we need to hear. Give us a message we need to hear. What is coming in? Who are you asking? Who's an airman? When I was in the Air Force, when I left, I was a sergeant at E4. I did 4 years active and 4 years ready reserves, which they just called me up every year and made me show that I was still physically fit. I actually was, I don't know if you were asking me or asking Delaney or who you were saying, but, oh, yes. Yeah, I am. I actually was just looking at my, I found my great big bag, my great big green duffel bag with my uniforms. Yes, I still have them. I am going to be 56 in May, and I was in when I was like, 20. Um, but this deck is not wanting to give me anything. I still have my uniform, so I'm going to wash them up this week because my camouflage, my BDUs, the pants, those are my goal pants to get into before this year is over, which is going to be quite a feat. But I felt really strong and powerful when I was in, so I want to feel that way again. I want to feel healthy and strong. Oh, that sucks. Boo, brother stole your army stuff to play paintball in. Yeah, and I mean, you can get pieces and replace them, but it's not the same as like these were mine and I wore them when I was in. So I don't know why this one is stuck. Like literally, there's nothing coming out from this deck. Maybe I need another deck. It's literally not even talking to me. Yeah, your own issued stuff, your own military issued stuff is very different than just something you buy off the shelf. And I don't know, I kind of want to get like an Air Force logo t-shirt. I have one, but oh my God, I just found it the other day. Maybe I'll make a pillow cover or something out of it, but I was like way fatter when I had that t-shirt and it looks real new, but I think that shirt is like a 3X and I'm in a 1XL now, so it's make a good sleeping shirt. But yeah, memorabilia stuff. Oh my gosh, y'all, I have so much stuff in totes that's just ridiculous. I was like that mom that did everything. So I have stuff from like when I was the team mom from, baseball and football and Girl Scout leader and Boy Scout leader. And oh my gosh, I did a parent mentor thing with our hospital for kids with birth defects that were similar to the ones my kids had. We used to get in trouble because you would take the camouflage face paint and you would do the army star on your face. Yeah, gee, green-eyed, being a rebel. I can't believe that. Are you the only one here? Did Delaney leave? She did, I think. All right. Well, apparently it's just us. Why did she leave? Oh, there you are. Yay, she's back. All right, let me zone in. There we go. Maybe I just wasn't focused. Angels, guides, and ancestors. Give us the message we need to see. Give us the message we need to see. Maybe it's because I'm distracted. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Is that all we have, Spirit? Okay. It's a bunch. That is like a lot. Okay. Okay, so we're doing the sacred ancestor messages first. You're not a very sentimental person. Either all your baby stuff. I think you have her name tag from the hospital. That was a rep. Wow. Yeah, I'm way too sentimental, so I'm forcing myself to go through stuff and get rid of stuff because I had, like I said, like just from all the things, different groups that I was on with the hospital for like parent support groups for my kids, all three had different birth defects. And so I did like parent outreach groups and stuff like that. and a play group for the adoption group and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, I had just all kinds of memorabilia, all kinds of stuff. So I've been sorting it out. And if it was the kids' memorabilia, I'm going to keep like some of the papers and pictures so that I can scrapbook them. And I'm whittling that way down till like nothing. But all their t-shirts and their stuff like that, you know, I'm not doing nothing with that. If they want them, I'm going to send them their way and they can decide what to do with them. So the first card out from the Sacred Ancestor Messages is Flame Bearer. Ignite new beginnings and burn away what no longer serves. Finding the delicate balance between creation and destruction in life. Temper passion with wisdom. Definitely something that I think a lot of people are going through, with this being we're still in like the beginnings of the year of the fire horse with under the Lunar New Year calendar. And seems like a lot of people are going through kind of endings and new beginnings. So it's talking about ignite new beginnings and burn away what no longer serves. You know, for a lot of people, that's letting go of relationships with family, friends, romantic partners, jobs, kind of a lot of looking internally and being ready to make the move of, you know, kind of holding that torch, like lighting your way. This is the direction that I see myself going or not going. So very Grecian Olympiad kind of thing. So, but it's cautioning you to temper passion with wisdom. So, before you go racing off into any new direction with a new job or partnership or relationship, you may be all gung-ho for it, just it's reminding you to find the balance between the creation and destruction. So if you're ending one thing, job or relationship, give yourself time to decompress before you move on to the next thing. So even if that's you're leaving one job, at least give yourself the weekend, if not longer, before you start a new job. If you're moving, give yourself a little bit of time to settle. If you're ending a relationship, give yourself time to heal from that and kind of find your own internal balance before you would even think about moving on to anything else. You know, I don't know. I've hermited forever for the last couple of years. I haven't really dated anybody since my partner passed. Like really, really been in a romantic relationship. So, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I've healed enough. So now it's just, you know, getting back out there and meeting people and, yeah, like a wildfire, naturally getting rid of the debris. Okay, that's okay. Pick up your lunch, but drive careful, Delaney. Um, yeah, it's, yeah, fire horse, wildfire, getting rid of debris, clearing out stuff that no longer serves. So, I did some of that today in my house, and probably I'll sleep pretty hard. I probably shouldn't have done as much as I did today, knowing that I just went through a procedure and I have clips on my colon now. But I'm just sick of not being able to get to the gym and move totes around and clean stuff and get rid of purge things and all that. Like I've been laid up for quite a while, just kind of healing and getting ready for that procedure today. So I did a little bit today. I cleared some more path in the room. So the next card is Woodland Sentinel. Stand firm in your purpose and know true resilience comes from flexibility. Bend with challenges while being grounded in your core. Growth is unstoppable. So, very Earth Mother Gaia grounded. It's all about grounding. Stand firm in your purpose and know that true resilience comes from flexibility. Bend with challenges while being grounded in your core. So, we really never know what life is going to throw at us or what changes are going to come our way. You know, we think we have one plan and then that changes. You know, but so long as we remain true to who we are and your purpose, if you feel you have one, if you know what that is, I think we all have a purpose. We all have multiple purposes. but knowing what your purpose is and knowing that, being like, um, standing solid like a tree, like the sentinel, the soldier, the sentinel, the watcher in the woods. That's interesting. Um, okay, so I'm getting a visual. Um, so standing there very grounded, being able to see clearly all around you, the mountains and obstacles that might be ahead, the forest and the trees around you, the things that are there to shelter, the things that are there to support you. So that could be the people in your life, the places, people and places in your life that have been a shelter, um, to you, in the storm. Um, know that you're growing through all the changes and all of that, the change of burning things down and clearing the way for new things. You're growing, you're changing, things are changing in your life. Um, even if they're good, even if it's a good, positive change, like a new relationship, um, old things had to go. Attachments, like emotional attachments to people that you were with in the past. Because if you're still carrying the weight, the energetic weight of a former relationship, if you're carrying that into anything new that you're trying to build, it's just like a big energetic block. So if you're always talking about, um, anger at an ex or hurt over an ex or things that nature, and that's where your head is all the time, um, you haven't healed enough that you could trust and let somebody else in. So, um, yeah. All right. And the next card out is Wandering Soul. Change is inevitable. All of these are about change. This is crazy. Change is inevitable, but within that change lies the opportunity for growth. Let go of attachments and trust that you will be guided. Movement helps you succeed. Was just talking about that. Let go of attachments and trust that you'll be guided. Movement helps you succeed. So, physical movement, not just meditation. We were talking about grounding, but, movement, maybe from one place, maybe moving, if you're moving from one job to the next, if you're moving houses, if you're, moving from one side of the country to the other, you're a little bit of a wandering soul. Don't stay so attached to physical things, um, physical belongings or the places that you are. You could make a home no matter where you are. So let go of those attachments and trust that, the Most High will guide you wherever you go. And physical movement. Um, keep moving forward in life, physically, energetically, all of that. The next card is Truth Speaker. Share the stories that live in your heart. In each tale lies a truth that transcends times. For the stories you live today become your legacy. Glean wisdom from the past. So whether you're creating, you've recently realized you're having a harder time attaching to stuff even more. So you try to consciously do it and you can't. You have a hard time attaching to things. I'm completely the opposite, and I'm really working hard to detach. Um, yeah, if you have a hard time attaching to things, you've numbed yourself from feeling. Maybe you've created a really hard shell, because of experiences that you've went through. You're very pragmatic and practical, um, but I think a big, it's a big protective shell around you that you've built. I've always said you're a hard nut to crack. And at first I was seeing like, oh, she's a walnut. No, she's not. You're like a coconut. You're hard to crack. You're hard to crack. So when someone gets in stuff that maybe would have been bothered by, you just can't attach to things, and you're unbothered. Well, if it doesn't bother you, then that's okay. But going back to the card, true speaker, sharing the stories that live in your heart. In each tale lies a truth that transcends time. For the stories you live today become your legacy. Glean wisdom from your past. So, something that you've been through, some experience that you've been through, if you're sharing that in your music or your art or your content, or your actual speaking or singing or whatever, you're telling the truth of your story, your lived experience, and the wisdom that you have gleaned from the past, and sharing it with other people, because sharing helps us all know that, helps people to connect, because maybe someone else out there needs that message or that song or those lyrics or your voice to say, hey, I'm not alone in this vast human experience, and I'm going through something similar. Usually you can even, oh no, it's like there's stuff you get yourself to think about. Oh, you are very detached. It could be. It very well could be. Yeah, that very well could be. Well, the Buddha says that attachment leads to suffering. So when you completely detach from that outcome, like you accept that people and places and things can enter or leave your life, and you're still going to be okay, that's a much more more peaceful place to reside in your energy. The next card is Knowledge Seeker. Share your learning with others, for in teaching you solidify your own understanding and contribute to the collective wisdom of the world. Unlock the mysteries of life. I love this card. I absolutely love that. I was thinking about today. I have more books than anybody needs. It's literally like my own little library, and I've been going through and donating some to our women's residential facility and our men's residential facility, so that they have something to read while they're there, because I'm sure they get tired of reading the same thing all the time. But I was thinking, I am a perpetual learner. I don't think I'll ever quit learning. I'm actually considering if I want to go back to school in the fall, and I really think I do. I just need to make a decision about that, but I'm waiting until I know what goes on with the job this week. You're very, very aware, Green Eye. Very aware. Seasonal flux. Honor the earth, for it's your home and your teacher. In its cycles, you find the wisdom you seek. Walk softly upon the land with blessings. Live in harmony with nature. I feel like this kind of leads into that whole topic of the last card that we were, 2 cards ago, we were talking about attachment and detachment from things. Realizing that there's always, everything is a seasons in our life, with people and situations and jobs and relationships, and sometimes we're in the planting or sowing season, or the tending, the watering, the weeding out, getting rid of people or places or things. And at other times, we're in the season of the harvest and the abundance and the cornucopia of all the good blessings. So live in harmony with nature, with the different seasons of life. And I don't think that is just the natural outdoor seasons, but the natural seasons of change. So if that's celebrating a birth, celebrating a new relationship, celebrating a new job, a new friendship circle, or likewise giving space to the releasing of seasons, or when a season has changed and something or someone moves out of our life. Green Eyed Thursday, I moved it to the other room. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna grab something for you real quick. You're talking about nothing is permanent, everything is disposable, and that's the truth. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna come right back with a book for you. Now, I know you're not in recovery from substance use or alcohol use, but I go to recovery meetings, and this is one of my favorite ones. But I wanted to show you this book so you can go online and you can read the book. The book is only like $10. No, it's not my book, and I don't get paid anything for promoting it. But you can go online and you got to search around on the page quite a bit. Just look up Recovery Dharma, and you can read. You can read, the Noble Truths, or Wise Understanding, Wise Intention, Wise Speak, Wise Action, all of those. And then there's all different sections on different things that we can work on in our lives. But besides of the book and the work in the book, there are a ton of guided meditations, and you can either print them out and read them and do them yourself, or you can listen to the guided meditations. And there are some amazing ones on there about compassion, forgiveness, equanimity, releasing, things. And I just love those meditations. Those are awesome. So while we were talking about that last card with the seasons and allowing the seasons of change in our life, just really made me think of that. So there's a meditation on that Recovery Dharma site, and it is called Equanimity. And it so you do the meditation and you focus on a neutral person, place, or thing, and you just send them the thoughts of acceptance, that I accept that you are who you are and I am who I am. And you stay in that energy and just sending that thought of acceptance to them, acceptance of their differences, acceptance of them just being who they are. And then you move on to a little bit challenging person, and you do repeat that meditation and sending that energy towards that person. And then gradually you move on to to a more challenging person. So it's kind of like you're working with the energy and building that energy up. And I love that. So one thing that I've used that for, and you can do it as equanimity, compassion, the same procedure, neutral, person, place, thing, situation, and then the more challenging, and then the most challenging. And it's kind of like you're building up that energy flow till you work towards the more difficult of the three situations. And something that I do with that particular meditation is I go a little bit deeper with it, and I'll focus on timelines. I'll focus on, you can focus on a timeline with a person, place, or thing, or yourself. And so I might start with, here's me at a neutral time where I didn't feel like I had anything to feel shame or guilt or remorse over. And then move towards a more challenging time where I want to work on healing or forgiveness of self or whatever. And then I'll go towards the final, like the third more challenging one. So anyway, that is something that I've used for personal healing that goes along with that seasons card. And I was just kept looking at this book today, and I'm like, why am I being so pulled to it today? But apparently that was why. I don't know. I don't know if that's something that you needed to hear, or when someone else will watch it and that might be helpful to them. So it's literally like I'm using it as a timeline healing. So I don't know, being able to accept seasons of change. So um, I don't know. The next card out is Loving Caregiver. Nurture not just your loved ones, but also the dreams and visions that are still in their infancy. Give the love that allows life to flourish. Handle with care. Um, yeah, I love that. Not just giving care to others, but giving care to your dreams. Treat it like it's your baby. So, sorry, my nose is itching. Treat it like it's your baby. So, whether that is your music or your art, painting, I'm seeing someone out there painting. I don't know who's a painter. Um, Writing, whatever it is that you're creating, a business, whatever. Treat it like it's your baby. The dreams and the visions and the things that, even though they're just starting, they're just in their infancy, give them all the love that allows your life to flourish. So, um, oh, I don't know why. I don't know. You, you were, the concepts that you were talking about were very Buddhist minded principles. So I don't know if there's anything in particular there that would be helpful to you. I was just saying that it was very, the things that you're working on are very much the Buddhist principles of just be completely unattached to things of this world. So if there's some area or whatever that you feel like you still have an attachment that you're trying to ascend and detach from, I'm just sharing that those were something that helps me or works for me. Ooh, Delaney, you uploaded your autobiography into ChatGPT to see what it does. It's really interesting with the outcome. That's awesome. I love that. Can't wait to read it. Make sure when you have that ready that you share that with everybody. I love that. That's awesome. The next card out is Celestial Cycles. Follow the moon's light during dark times and remember that you too can shift in change. In balance, you will find your true power. Find strength in reflection. So this card, I think it's just being very much aware of how all of the planetary alignment. To me, this is how I read it. Follow the moon's light during dark times and remember that you too can shift and change. In balance, you will find your true power. Find strength in reflection. And it's celestial cycles. So just an awareness that we all go through cycles and changes in our lives, and not just what we're actually going through in the physical, in the 3D reality, but what our higher consciousness, our monad is doing in other dimensions, and how the planets are affecting the energies all around us. There are cycles. Sometimes you can, it says to find your balance, find your true power, find strength in reflection. So every time that you're going through a change, or you notice that other people are going through changes, or you're going through an ascension or a purging, or emotional growth or changes, being aware of those energetic cycles and the flows and all of that. When you're aware of it, you can be like, oh yeah, no wonder I'm feeling tired, or this is going on in the planets and in the alignments, and it's not just affecting me, it's affecting others around us. So then you can always find strength in reflection. So I feel a little off, guys. I think it's just because I'm not fully feeling my best right now, but I'll do a couple more reads. Yeah, I'm excited. I love, it amazes me the things that people create and do. There's so many talented people in that little, the group that we've all met through the different tarot circles. So many different creative minds, and I love that. I'm going to do some Buddha wisdom cards. see what we have. Angels, guides, and ancestors. Who else is here? We've got 3. Delaney and Green-Eyed, and someone watching who's not said anything in the chat. I don't know. Or is that just me showing up as me? Who knows? I don't know. I didn't post oh, I'm going to go live. I didn't do any, you know, kind of notification or whatever. Your autobiography, The Life of a Lunatic. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know it all, so I'd love to read it. I'll bet you got some stories, you wild Sagittarius. Anything else? Angels, guides, and ancestors. Anything else? I feel like my channeling's all off because I'm so distracted by this. I have a little bit of like a pain in my side. I feel like my channeling's all off. Wild stories. I would love to just sit one night and just sit and hear you tell your stories. Like, sit by a little campfire. My life at the moment is... Yeah. Anything else? Angels, guides, and ancestors. Anything else? My channeling is definitely off. I'm not feeling that spiral up my back. I think I'm just very distracted by that. Well, a hitch in my giddy up. It's like a little, just a pain in my side over there from where they, whatever, all they did in the colon and put, I'm a part bionic woman now. I have some kind of metal clips that'll stay in my body forever. So now anytime I have an x-ray, I have to tell them that I have those. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. There is nothing in this world that can trouble you more than your own thoughts. Watch them carefully. Oh yeah, I am a constant worrier, so that's a good reminder to me. Watch your thoughts and quit worrying. The next card. Every experience, no matter how bad it seems, holds within it a blessing of some kind. The goal is to find it. Always, always. I think so. More resting and healing needed. Yeah, I know. I'm definitely not at... I'm not firing on all pistons tonight, guys. You know, but I was missing getting on here, so I'm like, let me go do something. Let's see. I want to play with the animal spirit guide cards and see what we get that comes out. These are so pretty. This deck is the Spirit Animal Oracle from Colette Baron Reed, and it's just so pretty. I ever fired on all pistons. Who was that from? Robotic. Oh, well, it's probably true. Probably not. That doesn't offend me at all. Probably not. Have I ever? Do we all ever fire on all pistons? All right. Let's see. Angels, guides, and ancestors. I got you. I don't get offended. Oh my God. Wow. You're funny. How about... There we go. Okay. No, I got it. You can do it, though. You can do it. Yeah. Like the way my upper chin. Like, what the fuck? Literally. Yeah, I'm a little chubby. But that's okay. I'm sitting here doing a free read. Really. Bite my big fat ass. I don't care. If you don't like it, don't watch. The fuck is your problem, people? Literally. All right. What do we have? Turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. So anything, says the man in his mother's house. Yep. Yeah, put the door lock, tube socks all over the floor. Very funny. That's awesome, Green Eyed. Totally. Yeah. I mean, who comes on somebody's live to literally make fun of somebody's weight or the way that they look? What the fuck is your problem? Yeah. Okay. Turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. You treated yourself. So anything that you are going through, you don't have to rush through it, whether that's healing, creating, whatever. Slow and steady, deliberate action, and working towards your success. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. That's interesting because that last card in the Sacred Ancestors had, what do you take away from every experience? Seasons of life, things change. Oh, wow. There really was a theme to that. I know I wandered around a bit because I'm not feeling my best, but if you think about it, we had the talking about burning down and clearing out. We talked about seasons of change, acknowledging that, staying rooted and grounded and resilient like the woodland sentinel. So like through the changes, don't let it rattle you. Realizing that seasons change and occur. There was a theme of detachment from things. And that other, that last read also had a card that spoke about nothing is wasted. From every experience that you go through, you can find the blessing. So even if it's a hard time, the the vultures literally will like pick everything apart and get every little last bit. So everything that you go through, no matter how hard it is, you can take that and learn a lesson, find a purpose, find some wisdom and some knowledge. And so then literally no experience should ever be wasted on you unless you just want to repeat cycle after cycle after cycle and you're not getting anything from the lesson. You're not gaining any kind of wisdom. So fox spirit, think on your feet. Quick wit, being quick-witted and adaptable, being able to roll with the changes. There's literally a moment. I feel like there's a moment coming up within this moon cycle. So before this moon cycle closes out, it's going to be different for different people. For most people, I'm seeing during this week. For others, it's about two weeks out. A moment where you really have to think on your feet. And I feel like this is a conversation where you are going to be given a choice. I'm hearing contracts. So whether that's an actual legal contract for work, employment, something that you're marketing. Thank you. You're going to be given options and a contract, and you need to be able to think quick on your feet. So if you're going into negotiations for any kind of a contract, you want to go into that meeting with your wants, needs, and desires already in your head. If it's for a job, maybe have an idea, you can write it out or whatever, practice your questions ahead of time. If you're going into a legal negotiation, anything like that, or a difficult conversation with someone, pre-planning and strategy for contractual agreements is what I'm getting with this card. Hi, Mobile Joe. Mobile Joe, welcome in. So that's what I'm getting with this is contractual agreements and strategic thinking before the event occurs. So like I said, if that is negotiations for a job or a promotion, negotiations in a legal issue, or a difficult conversation with someone, think ahead to what questions that you have, what outcome you're trying to come to, and where you would be willing to negotiate and what your non-negotiables are. And even if this is a relationship and not necessarily a marriage, but a relationship, when you enter into a relationship with someone, that is an energetic contract between two people. So before you commit to getting into a relationship with someone, the fox is telling you to think on your feet and be quick. It's going to be a quick decision that you need to make, but wise, cunning, and strategic. So pre-planning, thinking ahead, to make a swift decision that protects your interest, because it'll keep you. Foxes are not. People think of them as sly, and it's not. I don't necessarily just think of them as sly. I think of them as very smart and very fast. They can skirt around difficult issues quickly to avoid seeing their foot in a trap, avoid getting caught in a trap. And wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. That goes all along with that seasons card, and just realizing that sometimes things really are painful and they bite us in the ass, but just know that it's temporary. It is just a part of life. It is just a season. It's not forever. I have it's kind of stupid, but I have a saying that I use all the time, and I say, wow. You're funny. No, it's not my natural hair color. Not my natural hair color. I dye it. Yep. I break hearts even now. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but that's all right. Anyhow. So wasp spirit. I don't know how to take that. That seems a little offensive, but well, thank you. I didn't know how to take that. It's like, are you being polite, or are you just, do the curtains match the carpet? Wouldn't you like to know? Hubba hubba. So the wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. So yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes things can suck, and but it's just, that wasp sting is just a temporary moment in time. Oh, so I was distracted by what you were saying. Thank you for that. So the saying that I had was, sometimes the ride on this the ride on the struggle bus might be bumpy, but that bitch has to pull over sometimes and let you off. So basically, things can't stay hard forever. So if you're going through hard times right now, just know that it's temporary. That whole read, the sacred ancestor read before it was all, the cycles and the difficult cycles and things burning down and clearing out, and realizing that people and situations and all of that are just seasons in our life. So we have to take everything and be grateful for, everything that we go through. If you can find the beauty in it, I can find beauty in life and in death, and in birth, and in the beginning of a relationship, and even after the pain of losing a relationship. I could still find gratitude for what it taught me, even if it was hard. Thank you. So, that's, to me, that's kind of the point of everything. So we have, see if there's any other animal spirit cards that we have to come out. I may not be on real long, guys. I told you my energy is really off. Energy is very off. There we go. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Ooh, if you know anything about a badger, these little suckers. These little suckers. It's a I'm showing it. That's funny. This is a safe space to twerk. Feel free to shake all the booty you'd like. You are funny. Yeah. I don't have any twerking in me. I was in the hospital today. Be fearless and bold. Hey, it's, go ahead. If you want to twerk in your living room, go ahead and do it. I might be doing that later, but not on camera. The badger is like, they're tough. They look cute and they look cuddly, but you do not want to tangle with a badger. They will tear your ass up. I mean, look, it's got the cute little flowers and it looks like so unassuming, but they will literally tear you a new freaking ass if you wrangle with them. Just try to tangle with a badger. Yeah, fearless and bold and not afraid of anything. I mean, they are vicious. They are so vicious. The entire weasel family. Yeah, they really are. They are so freaking vicious. They're so mean. They look cute, but they're just vicious as hell. And the next card out is Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. I don't know why bats in so many decks symbolize like the death and the rebirth, but they do. I hate bats. I really hate bats. I lived in a house that had bats. I told this story before. Yeah, badgers will go after frickin' anything. They are not afraid. They'll like frickin' the weasels. They'll hunt down, like if there's a cobra in the mist, the badgers will be like, oh, there's a weasel, get it, and they'll just chop down and they're gonna frickin' take it out. But yeah, no, Bat Spirit, talking about a rebirth is assured. So if you're going through any kind of death and transformation and ascension and all that crap, and which kind of this whole read was a death and rebirth and ascension kind of thing, which I think we're going through all the time. It never freaking stops. You think that you have learned one thing and learned one lesson and went through, a rebirth, and you'll go along, and then 6 months, a year later or whatever, there's another big change in your life that you have to adjust to, and that's just part of the cycle of life. So we're always going through that transformation. So of course it is assured. Card number 5, which is all about change. There's not many predators that will go after a badger. I wonder. Now, see, now you're going to get my brain on this tangent. How do I define death as it relates to the human condition? You don't think there's a true energetic death, but there's an end to life. I agree with that. So energy cannot be destroyed. Energy does live on in the ethers, and it is not destroyed. This is just a meat suit. This is, the vessel that we're in, our human body, is just a freaking meat suit. It just exists. So the energy is still there. And, I'm very well aware of that. So, that's why, some people can, that's why, well, I think everyone has the ability, just not all people are open to it or understand the information that comes through. More people are just more in tune because they're not fearful of it, and they're more in tune to their inner self, their own energy, your own energy, your own energy. when you're more aligned with your own energy and you're more balanced, um, and you're more aligned energetically, and your crown chakra's open and all of that, then you receive more. I think you can receive and be able to interpret and understand energies that are trying to communicate with you. Um, and that can just be you walk into a room and you can feel someone else's energy. You can feel tension in the room, anger in the room. Yeah, we are just a temporary shell. We're just the freaking meat suit. And Earth is literally like a training planet. So, yeah. So, the way that I have seen spirit when it gets to the other side is, this is my own interpretation and my own understanding, and that doesn't mean that it's a true interpretation. It's my own perception and experience. So when I have seen spirit on the other side, what I was shown is that, yes, when a person gets to the other side, they will, energies that knew them before will recognize that energy. And so they may not physically look the same, but they will recognize that energy. I've seen, been able to see when someone crossed over to the other side. Yeah, definitely. So what do you think constitutes the natural urge to resist death? Isn't it supposed to be a transcendental experience? Shouldn't we look forward to it? That is interesting. What constitutes the natural urge to resist death? Well, this is a theory. So when we're here, we don't have a full remembrance of the beauty and the glory of everything that is on the other side or out in the ethers and in the other realms. When we're here, we're in this dense 3D experience on Earth. Yeah, people don't remember anything prior to the now. So yeah, that's it exactly. It's an unknown. It's that, well, what is going to happen to me? And then we've been, through religions and systems, we've been taught to fear that unknown and fear what's on the other side. And, everything that I've seen and experienced was a beautiful, beautiful experience. So, but yeah, what I saw was when spirit leaves and they get to the other side and you get there, energy recognizes energy. You usually are greeted all in by energies that knew you. I see them in like the shape of a human form, but they're crystalline beings, so kind of sparkly, blue with like kind of white gold edges around them. That's how they appear to me, to indicate that they're in spirit form. They're blue. They've ascended. So I don't think irrational fears are from people. You think irrational fears are from people who have died in past lives relating to that, and they don't know. No, I totally believe that. So, hold on, I'll answer that in 1 minute, Mobile Joe. So Green Eyed, you said that you think irrational fears are from people who have died in past lives relating to that, and they don't know that. I think that is very, very true, because, like I have had some repeated patterns of like feeling left out in the cold or abandoned by people during this lifetime. One of my one of my past lives that I've seen, that was exactly what I experienced. Was I was in Ireland, and I was, freezing cold in the rain, and no one around me, and was starving and muddy and scraping for everything that I had. So, um, I've also had beautiful and lovely and powerful experiences in other lives. So, duality of those lifetimes. So yeah, I've talked to a lot of people who have remembered. Some people remember their past lives, and other people don't. They haven't connected to that. So then you can have an irrational fear, of certain things, because it is. So if you think about it, every experience that we have changes us on, like a deep. It changes your epigenetics, so it changes your DNA coding. Uh, Coding, coding, not coating, coding. It changes your DNA encoding, your blueprint. So everything that you've experienced changes that blueprint, and it's in us. Everything that we literally have ever experienced, in our lifetime and in multiple lifetimes back, it is programmed into our DNA. And, the remembering is just unlocking the codes. Um, Unlocking the codes. So yeah, I literally was left to die in my Irish life. I was literally, I don't know what happened to all the people that I knew and I loved there. I don't know. I mean, I look like I don't know. I didn't look like I was dressed like a peasant. Um, you know, but it was just so wet and so freezing cold. And, I was very, very alone, and I was starving. So it was horrible. Yeah, epigenetic studies. I love those. I have never used DMT or psychedelics. I think that it's a very interesting topic. Um, Part of me is intrigued, and the other part of me is like terrified of like what it would unlock. um, I think people who do that are brave as fuck. I don't know that I'm that brave. um, yeah, I don't know that I'm that brave. Interesting stuff. But I'm sure some of my fear is just because I have so much addiction on all different sides of my family. So, I don't know if that will ever change. Um, wow, my voice is like, but yeah, so the epigenetic studies, like literally, every experience that we have ever had changes our DNA. So if you go through trauma, it's encoded in your DNA, in your lifetime, your former lives. So that's why they talk about like generational stuff. Um, the blood and cells that we have are passed on from our parents and our lineage. So part of their memories, are have encoded our internal system as well. So, it's up to us to, understand and heal things and break things and whatever, so that, we can heal from traumas or hurts or lack or, any of that. Because when you heal from things, physically and energetically, it changes the coding, it changes the mapping of your DNA. So, that's why it's so important to do that, to become aware and to heal your shit, um, so that you can, change the DNA change. The day you were born, the day I was born as a cosmic number, so every relationship I have is past like perfect, is part of the karma. Well, the day I was born as a cosmic number, so every relationship is past like perfect. Yeah. Yes, you can change the, yep. Yeah, green eyed, every everyone in our life is a karmic relationship. It's just, was it good or bad? Um it took me a while to figure that out. I've had people that I met that was like, oh my God, I literally could remember them in a past life. And so you think, oh my God, I found my past life soulmate. Yeah, but what if they kill what if they killed you in that former life? This person did not kill me in a former life, but we had a complicated relationship. There were two people that I am aware of that I knew in past lives. Um, I won't say who they are, but two people that I knew in past lives. Um, every relationship is a karmic relationship. They're all karmic. Um, you have positive or negative, if you want to use those words, karma with everyone. Um, yeah, yeah, there are already people that you've had relationships with. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, the whole epigenetics thing. Oh, what was the guy's name? Um, there's a Japanese scientist. I keep wanting to say Dr. Emoto. And he's the guy who did all the studies on, oh, that's pretty deep. Um, so Dr. Emoto was this Japanese scientist, and he did all these studies on um, how what you speak changes the cellular structure of water. So I'll put up a link under this live about that, about those studies. But um, so he looked at under a microscope when you would speak to water, and if you would say loving, kind words, you could look at the cellular structure of the water, and it forms a pattern, and each one is, different, like a snowflake, but these beautiful geometric patterns. And if you would speak loving, kind words or play, soothing music, the cellular structure of the water that it would form, the loving, kind words, the soft, soothing music, it would be these beautiful patterns, right? And if you would say mean, hurtful, violent words, likewise, you could look at the cellular structure of the water, and they were like spiky, like they looked angry. They were just, there was such a difference in them. And so, the whole scientific theory is that what we speak and hear and listen and take into ourselves. So if you speak loving, kind, grateful words to yourself, if you speak health into yourself, you're changing cellular structure, you're changing yourself. So if you tell yourself you're wonderful, and you tell yourself that everything is possible, and you tell yourself that you are worthy, and you tell yourself that you are love and you are loved, if you tell yourself those things, you're changing your energetic structure. So it's not just changing your mind that you believe it, but changing your actual programming and cellular structure to things. So, so interesting. I think that's an interesting topic. I don't know. We'll do one more read, guys, and then I think I'm going to hang it up for tonight, just because that pain in my side is not going away from the procedure that I had today. So I got to cut it short. I'm not channeling stuff as fast tonight because I'm distracted by that pain in my side. So, but yeah. Priestess of Light Oracle is where I'm being pulled. So let's see. Spirits, guides, and ancestors, give us the message we need to see. Give us the message we need to see. Spirit. No? Literally? That's interesting. Life, death, rebirth. You're having a giggle after Googling your life path number. Yeah. So the only card that came out, I was doing the Priestess of Light. The only card that came out was Circle of Eternal Joy, Timelessness, and Dance of Life. It's kind of interesting because we were talking about all of the death and rebirth and what happens in the, in the beyond. Is it just we're dead and we're dead, or is there an afterlife? And it's a Circle of Eternal Joy. Literally, the point is, why should we fear death? Because the beyond is beautiful. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced in meditation interesting. Yeah, so the Circle of Eternal Joy, Timelessness, Dance Life. Oh, I was saying, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced meditation, going to or experiencing the pleroma, which is just like the great beyond. But the feeling of the love, the peace that is, that exists there, in Source, Creator, all in the beyond, is just so much overwhelming peace and love and warmth, like your whole body is warm. It's indescribable. So yeah, I know that. Why should we fear it if you know that that's where we're returning to. We're returning to Source and Creator and light and love until we, go wherever we are sent after that. Stay. Green-eyed, Green-eyed Devil, when are you going to actually, do you ever, I guess I am saying when are you going to do astrology, birth chart, readings for people? I'm curious to know why you're not doing that and when you're going to start. I have a ton of people who are interested and would like to know and like to have those readings, who want to know more about their life path. And see, this little wisdom that you spit out like it's nothing, Green-eyed, that's like so helpful to other people. Yes, when? I have. Well, then, when are you going to start doing numerology for people, Green-eyed Devil? I'm going to challenge you. See here, look at tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. I would love to know. And the universe does communicate. Things, yeah. Hey, Enchanted. Hi, Karen. I am off today, like feeling off, because I had my procedure today, and I still have like a little, they put metal clips on my colon where it had torn and I was bleeding. So I have metal clips inside my body forever. Maybe, all right, I said I was going to be done, but yes, you have to work on an organized plan. So, Kieran, you're just joining in the chat. We're pushing Green-eyed to come up with a plan to start offering numerology to people. because she's very, very talented. I have tons of people who are interested. So I was telling her, you know, tick, 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 tick. Since you were put on blast. Hey, you know what? It's what we do, literally. Literally. You know, I've read tarot for family and friends forever. I am not comfortable in front of the camera, but you know, Uncle L pushed and pushed and pushed, like he does to everybody. When he, you know, he'll do a reading on you and he'll be like, "Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that?" Da 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 da. You know, and he'll push you and kind of encourage you, and you know, and kind of annoy you until you're like, "Yeah, yeah, I know, yeah, yeah, I know," until you know, you either ignore him or you just do it. Yes. Oh my God. So, your comment, because this is not going to show up later, people are going to be like, what the heck is she laughing at? So you've got colon piercings. Yes. Ooh, they're sexy. That girl is a badass bitch. Fucking nipple piercing. That bitch went hardcore. She got fucking colon piercings. Top that, motherfuckers. Thank you for that, because now I'm like, you know what? Now I don't feel weird and gross and, you know, whatever. I'm just like, I'm a fucking badass bitch. That is, I love you for that. Oh my God. Yes, confrontational. But, you know, like Uncle O pushed and pushed me, kind of confrontational to be like, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? And, you know, I'm pushing Karen. When are you going to do something with your lemon trees? When you going to do something with them lemon trees? And Green Eyed, when you going to do something with your music? And when are you going to do something with your numerology? So, you know, it's like that fine line between we're shaming you and we're encouraging you, because we know you got it in you. We know you got it in you. I don't know why I'm pulling out medicine woman. Yeah, I'm really glad he pushed me too. You know, I am too. Ladies in the house. I think I am gonna break down and like take Motrin tonight, though. I haven't been able to just meditatively breathe past this pain today. So, but I overdid it. I came home and I was in there moving totes around and all that. Oh my God, that is funny. So, yep, I know you made me feel like crap, so I can make myself feel better by doing what you want. I get it. Yep, very narcissistic of me. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Oh, you were asleep. Aw. You got out of bed for me. Are you in your jammy jams? I love that. I love that. All right, what else do we have from the medicine woman? Medicine woman. Medicine woman. I love this deck. It's so pretty. I feel dizzy. Anything else? I overdid it today, y'all. The mental games work. Yes, good to know. Good to know. A mother's love or a mother's shove. That's what it is. You were asleep on the couch. Oh, you feel rough today? You're not sure why? You've been overworking, Karen. Overworking a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. You're coming down with a little something something, but it's because you've been kind of doing a lot and not resting enough. You cannot. If you don't already, get you some B complex vitamins. B6. B6. You can actually, Karen, you can actually see your doctor and ask for B6 shots if you're feeling really run down. I don't know if they would do that for you. My mom used to get them. And that would really help her when she was feeling really run down and getting sick. That was a big, all right, let's just take that. Wow. So I pulled the medicine woman and I'm getting very similar cards to what was out in the other read. So we're just getting repeating messages, guys. So we may as well, I'll do it, but we may as well we're just getting repeating messages. They don't make any B batteries because have you ever noticed that they don't make any B batteries? Is that because everybody would sound like they had a stutter if they said it? Yeah, probably. I need some B batteries. All right, let me focus on the read. So this is the Medicine Woman Oracle. And we're getting similar to the other read. Mother Earth, forge a new alliance with nature. We had that whole woodland resilience and telling you to get into nature, but reminding you that, you're strong, can stand through the storms of life with the trees, stay rooted and grounded in you and in your truth and all of that. So, just another reminder to get into nature and root and ground with that. I was feeling weird and dizzy, and that was right before you came on, Enchanted. Or right when you just came on, I got dizzy. So, I don't know. Yeah. The next card is Spirit of Fire, number 17. Shine your power unreservedly. You know what? That's everyone here. We were challenging each other to embrace that, that like Leo energy, that creation energy, the spirit of fire. Shine your power unreservedly. So all of your creations, Delaney, you were talking about your book, your autobiography, Enchanted, you're doing all kinds of things to grow your business and your Lemon Empire. Green-eyed with your music and your numerology. You have a stomach bug and you're weak. Yeah, right when you came on, I felt weird and all off balance and just I felt really dizzy. So yeah, Spirit of Fire. This is that creation. Shine your power. Don't be afraid to embrace your all of your creative powers and all of your creative ideas and to put them out into the world. So the card was literally giving us a reminder of everything that we were talking about, of being each other's, push and prod you to do these things that, yeah. Aw, number 11, the path of beauty. Walking your path of beauty elevates your feminine soul. So embracing your own beauty. I don't look like the models in the magazine. Some of them in the plus size magazines, but we're not all meant to look like each other, because how fucking boring would that be anyway? Some of us are tall, some of us are short, some of us are thin, some of us are, thick. Some of us are very plus size. Some of us are, dark or light, all different colors of hair, kinds of hair, textures of hair. So walking your own path of beauty elevates your feminine soul. So just create, just embracing who you are. You think like Coco. Yeah, just embracing who you are. We're all unique in our own way, and body acceptance is such a huge thing. And I've struggled with that. I struggled with that my whole life. Um, comparing myself, and it was all, negative crap in my head, hearing negative crap in my head. And we're inundated with it from magazines and programming on TV and all of that crap. Everything out there in media showing you this is the standard, or whatever that you are being shown repeatedly. This is the standard. This is beauty. And we all have our own beauty. And, yes, it is. Imbalance is what balances the universe. Yeah. So just a reminder to love your own self, love your own beauty, embrace your own beauty. And when it talks about elevating your feminine soul, what is feminine? We all have our own version of what is feminine and what is woman. Women are so incredibly complex and powerful. We can, if we choose, we can be co-creators in life and in birthing children. We can grow a child within our bodies and bring that child forth into the world. We can, we create and build and grow so much in our lives. And we have just immeasurable amounts of resiliency and strength to endure the things that women do. So, and men have their own. So understanding that too, that path of beauty. This whole card is just all about accepting yourself, which is kind of cool, because we did have somebody on here earlier talking about they like my upper chin, so obviously they were making fun of my double chin, and kind of chewed them out for a minute and blocked them off of here. But understanding that we all are different, and what makes a woman, what makes beauty, what makes someone strong or beautiful or desirable is different. So don't let anyone define you. You define you. So, I find diversity, diversity is wonderful. So the next card out is 28, gratitude. Feel how life showers you with blessings and give thanks. Y'all are going to laugh at this card. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. This card. Okay, the card. I'm trying to focus. The card is gratitude. Number 28. Feel how life showers you with blessings. Give thanks. So it kind of looks like bullhorns, and the universe is pouring out blessings. But the part that I'm cracking up at is that it's a vagina. Y'all, who made this card? Beauty is skin deep. It is. Y'all, do you see it? Is it just me? Am I just twisted? Oh, I'm grateful for all the blessings that the universe pours out, including being able to laugh at seeing something in a tarot card that surely was not intended to be that way, but we have those crazy minds. Oh my goodness. And the next card is Sisterhood, number 27. Nope, what's it say? Initiate a new sister's adventure. Oh, it's a Thelma and Louise moment. We keep talking about it. You're actually oh, that sucks, Delaney. I won't say what you're going through because, I mean, well, you typed it here, but it doesn't need to be for, all the replays. Oh, that sucks, ladies. That sucks. Yeah. Sisterhood. Initiate a new sister's adventure. So, Delaney, we live too far from you to go on a sister's adventure and come visit you, but hopefully you can do that with somebody who's in your area. Girls trip, road trip, Thelma and Louise moment. It's encouraging that. It's encouraging that sisterhood and that community coming together. Oh, no. What was the message? Oh, yeah, that's there. Oh, okay. Anyway. All right, we're good. So it's just encouraging sisterhood and encouraging women being together and going through that adventure of life together. So, but I'm totally getting from this. As long as you keep having sex with yourself, you'll keep yourself balanced. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it keeps me emotionally balanced, but I can get pretty dizzy. Woo, I'm dehydrated. Fluids. She needs an IV. Oh my goodness. Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's not just the sisterhood of the traveling pants. But this being in community with women and like laughing and just being ourselves and loving ourselves just the way that we are is so freaking valuable. So I thank you all for popping in here tonight. I didn't really know how long I was going to be on or if I was going to do anything. And I don't feel like I was channeling my best tonight because, yeah, because of my badass colon piercings. Oh my God. What'd she say? What did I miss? You get it without the right? Just read that. You're like, I know I wear myself out. Damn, you really tore it up. Oh my God. Yes, so frickin' true. So frickin' true. Thank you, Karen. When I think I should rest more. I was moving totes around today. I came home from the procedure, took like a 2 or 3 hour nap, and then was like, oh yeah, I feel okay. I got up and I made some food and I ate, and then I cranked up some hardcore gangster rap and was like, oh yeah, I made it to the fucking surgery. And I went in and I was moving totes around and going through totes and lifting heavy totes. So that was stupid. I got, literally, they're in there shitted my natural brains out yesterday for the colon prep. Didn't get hardly any sleep. Had the surgery today. Come home. Let me just nap 2 hours. Make some food. Hobbling around with my colon piercings. Fuck this. Let me throw on some gangster rap and move some fucking totes around and go through shit in my house. The fuck? Yeah, that was yesterday and today. Now I'm gonna go back to work tomorrow. Oh, it is a special hell. Colon prep is a special kind of hell. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy because I'm just a kind person. Yeah, not fun at all. It's just, constantly running to the toilet and don't get any sleep because you think you're done and then, no, bitch, hurry up, get about that bed. Yeah, definitely we need to rest up. Enchanted, you're run down. You're not feeling well. Everybody's got pH issues out there. And me, I'm just got my badass colon piercings going on. So we all need to rest, but it was nice to check in with everybody. And I will try to schedule some lives for this week so that, if I put, hey, I'm going to go live at such and so time, um, maybe I'll get more viewers, and I'm going to try to do things in a more scheduled manner so that people know. That was GED who said that, literally, because I have where my colon had tore. I was bleeding during the procedure today. They couldn't get it to stop. It was where the tears were from when the blockage went through, and it was ripped in there and all that. There was small, very small. They didn't have to. They didn't use stitches, and they didn't have to take anything out. My colon is alive. It's just very, very scarred from years of colon issues. But that is something that she would say. She was talking about fucking colon piercings. That is an exotic piercing. I don't think that every body art piercer does those. No, I don't think so. It's a specialty. It's a specialty. It was kind of expensive. It's going to cost me like $508 after my insurance, I think, was what that procedure today with those fancy colon piercings. I didn't even get to pick. I wonder if they say anything on them or anything. Like, you didn't even let me pick the design, bruh. The fuck? Is it titanium? Is it silver? Is it gold? I mean, I don't know. That is a lucrative field. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Things do happen to make you rest, whether you like it or not. It is a specialized talent to do those piercings. Yep. So, and then I'm like, wait a minute, how'd they do it? Now I want to know, how did they do it? Because they go up with a little tiny fiber optic, like, scopy thing, right? But how the fuck do they put the metal clips on your colon? Right. Yeah. I'm a fucking original bitch. Like, I'm not just gonna get, like, my nips pierced or my little hood pierced. No, bro. No, bro. Oh, I cracked them up today, too. So, yeah, am I gonna put this out there? Okay, I guess it's gonna be on this live because hardly anyone's gonna see it, and whatever, it is what it is. But so I have a very particular tattoo on my one butt cheek, and I'm laying there on the table, and she tells me to roll all the way over onto your left side there, get in position, right? Got the little oxygen on and whatever. And they're telling me to roll on over to my left side. And so that exposes my cheeky here with my butt tattoo. And one of the ladies, oh, you have a cute little bunny on your butt. I said, yeah, that's Thumper. And the one lady starts laughing. She goes, Thumper? That's kind of cute, but why Thumper? And what I tell everybody, because that's where you thumper. Yeah, oh my God, they were all cracking up. Oh yeah, and then we're leaving, and my girlfriend Katie had drove me to the procedure, hung out there. She left for a little while, went and got herself food, came back. She picked me up. Yep. And we got ready to leave, and we were in the parking deck, and the hospital called before we even left the parking deck, and they had realized that they forgot to hand me my discharge papers. And so they called Katie on her phone and said, hey, are you still here? So the lady runs out the discharge papers, and she's going through, some of their particulars, you can't drive, you can eat, blah, 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 blah. She's telling me all this stuff. And she says, and no operating, what'd you say? And no, she said something about, like, no lifting anything heavy, no operating any power tools. And I looked at her and I said, wait, does a vibrator count? Hey, Jesse. Oh my gosh. And she, of course, she just starts cracking up. You got a tramp stamp, Delaney? Is it on your, where's your tramp stamp? Is it like above your kitty cat, or is it back on your butt? I love that. We're just talking all kinds of stuff, Jesse. So I don't know if I'm gonna do any more reads. We're at like the end of the chat, Jess. Um, oh, are we holding? Oh, okay. I got you. Above your butt. Yeah, yeah. So what was I gonna say? So yeah, we were talking. Yeah, I had the procedure today. Everything went fine. Um, Green eyed totally has me cracking up. So where my colon blockage was, and I had the tear, they ended up putting metal clips, so they're in there forever. So I have to, anytime I have to go in for like a CAT scan or MRI or X-ray or whatever, I have to tell them that they're there. And Green Eyed was cracking up and saying I have colon piercing. So now I'm a total badass bitch because, I'm not just like everybody out there, I'm going to get nipple piercings or I'm going to get, a little kitty cat pierced. I have the colon piercing. So I had to catch Jesse up, let you know. Do you have a heart on your left hip bone, Karen? That's so cute. That is cute. That is cute. Yeah, mine's Thumper the rabbit on my right cheek because that's where you thumper. And I have a Black Panther on my shoulder, but it's just the outline. I'm gonna get that, like get something else, a cover up. And then I have my dog on my arm. My dog, yeah. Yours is the song "Don't Worry, Be Happy." I love that. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Jess. You have like 6 tattoos, Green Eyed. So Green Eyed and I have this, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed in the chats or whatever, it's RDL, 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 raw dog life. Just a joke. So, hey, Phoenix. Oh my God. And everybody's here. And I'm like, I had quit reading. Maybe I'll do a little bit more, but I don't want to be on too long. But yeah, Green Knight and I we have this joke where we keep talking about that we're gonna get I'm gonna get, at least me, I'm gonna get RDL on my toes for raw dog life. The RDL tattoo. So one night were you in a little funk or I was just messing with you? So I took a black Sharpie and I wrote RDL on my stubby little toes and sent her a picture in the Discord. Because raw dog life. Yeah, we're talking about matching tattoos, and there has to be. You're gonna get it on your private area. Wait a minute, that is not a private area, from what I understand. So yeah, so we want matching RDL tattoos on our, kind of like a thug life kind of thing. It's RDL life. And we still are trying to plan this big Thelma and Louise frickin' road trip. So, I'm hoping I can actually meet up with Green Eyed when I go out. I'm going out flying to the San Francisco airport, going out and seeing my son and his wife and my grandsons. And if I schedule it right, like plan the trip right, I could do like a layover at the Las Vegas airport and hopefully maybe see Green Eyed. But road trip. Pucker that. Getting waxed there was bad enough. You wouldn't want a tattoo on your cat. Can I meet you at the airport if you have a layover? Yes. I'm definitely, that's what I'm going to try to do, is plan it that way, Green Eyed, so that I can fly out to California, and then have a layover in Las Vegas, and then you know, meet you at or around the airport. You know, that would be cool. So, and I don't know, you know. I mean, if people want to come see me in Boroness, Ohio, I'm going to be doing Reiki shares and tarot share parties here on my big back deck this summer. So, yes, wondering how much stuff I can pack into a limited amount of time. That's always me. How much stuff can I pack into a limited amount of time? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to read anything else, guys. I'm really having pain in my side, but we'll chat for a minute. Yeah, you should. Karen and Green Eyed, you both should come out to Ohio and visit, and that would be really cool. Plan a trip out. Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah, you could do a Reiki thing here. Could totally do that. You know what? So literally, I could just envision everybody sitting around reading for each other, doing Reiki shares and doing tarot shares, and just like, yeah. Oh, you were having pain in your left side earlier? And I felt dizzy when you came on, so I'm probably picking up you, and you're having pain in your left side and my left side. Yeah. So you're feeling me and I'm feeling you, Karen. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, literally, you know, I actually live in like the Akron area, and it's not far from Cleveland at all. It's like 30 to 40 minutes to Cleveland. So you would love to be in Cleveland and say, "Thank you, Cleveland. We love you." Yeah. Yeah. You had no idea why you were hurting on your left side. Yeah, that's why. Because I got those sexy ass colon piercings today. You know, I'm literally, that's, yeah. That just cracks me up so much, Green Eyed. It makes me laugh. I'm the baddest bitch on the block. You feel fine. I'm glad. I'm glad somebody in this chat is like not having issues. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, ladies. Did I lose everybody? I see 0. There's 1. I don't know if I'm losing, if people are going in or out, or if the connection sucks or what, but yeah, it'll get better. I won't be okay. I'm glad you're there. Pulls, and it says reconnecting. It must have went out for a second. Sciatica in your left today. I'm sorry, guys. So I haven't done this before. But it's something I've been thinking about for a while. So I did do a live guided meditation, and it's in my YouTube post. So when the weather's warm again, I'll be doing like more of those out. Yeah, murky Gatorade. When the weather's nice, I'll be doing more of those. Looking at the willow tree grove that's by my house and doing like, it's basically like a yoga nidra meditation, just a mindfulness and being present in your body. So I'll be doing more of those when it's warm. And I've been trying to think of really how I want to do Reiki shares, sending distance Reiki out. So it's just getting comfortable with doing it and sending it out and all that. But like I am not right now. My energy is on reserve for me for my healing. So, you know, because dumbass goes and gets the procedure done and then come home moving totes around and all that. Ooh, lights just flickered. Spirit's like, yeah, take your time. Now that you said that, you're gonna make sure that I do it. You're gonna be like, when are you doing it? Tick tick, because I was doing that to you. Um, yeah, I know. I definitely I've been resting for so long since like that ER visit in January, and just resting and trying to heal and trying to heal. And then, I think I got the whole, oh yeah, everything looked good. No, we don't see any signs of cancer. We took out this, we took out that, and we gave you some sexy piercings on your colon. Yeah, confirmation to freaking rest and save my energy for me. Lights were flickering. Like, yeah, bitch, what are you doing? And the lights have been flickering in my bathroom, and now this is the first time they've done it in the kitchen. So that was definitely spirit confirming, save my energy for me. Um, yeah, oh my God. All right, y'all, this is, you know how we are. So all my holes have been checked out recently. I've had my pelvic exam, I've had my mammogram, and I had my colonoscopy. So, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. They've all been checked and they're good. They've all checked out and they're good. Uh, yeah, there's only one that I need a, thermometer check. But, oh my God, that was bad. I can't help it. It was all checked and the colon's pierced. So she's fresh and on the market, baby. Yes, all the lady bits are in good working order. I just need to get a little rest and then I'll be good. Makes me feel like a badass Harley chick or something with the fucking colon piercings. Yeah. Oh, Phoenix. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, Jesse. The difference between a rectal thermometer and a regular one is the taste. Yeah. You definitely want to do the oral temperature check first. Hopefully you're not using the same thermometer for those pieces pots. That would not be good. That would totally not be good. And Phoenix Phoenix was so sweet and innocent in her response of going to the dentist, and because I said there, I need to get this checked. I actually had a much dirtier thought than that. All my other parts were checked, and I need to make sure that my mouth is in good working order too. So, bad girls, what you gonna do? Oh my goodness. No, I know, I do too. I absolutely hate going to the dentist too. I know. I love it. That is one of my favorite little emojis, the little smile with the little hand covering it. Oh, oh. It's like the female version of, did I do that? I love it. I love it. Oh, you all. Doesn't that go in your ear? Not if I don't want it to. I know, I love that emoji. It's so freaking cute. It does. It's very Bridgerton. The little emoji with the hand over the mouth. It's very Bridgerton. Like, ooh. And here I am talking about all the body parts being checked and piercings and tattoos and very, very unladylike behavior. Hey, there's a duality to all of us. Yin, yang, nerdy girl, nasty girl. Spiritual and hood. It's duality. It's light and dark. It's balance. The universe is all about balance. Oh my goodness. All of those. Wow. Green Eye Devil says blowjobs aren't ladylike, but nobody's complaining about that. Um, no. No, most people are not complaining about that. Y'all are too funny. Y'all are too funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right, guys. I am gonna get some rest. I will whenever I feel rested up enough this week, I will post a time, like an announcement of a time, and give you like a couple hours or whatever before I do a live. Yeah, you can't complain with a full mouth. I mean, you could, but it just kind of sounds like you know, and they're not listening to you at that point anyway. I will. Thank you. Love you guys. This totally got very much out of control. It just did. It did. The reads were wonderful. It was lovely, you know. We got a little wild and a little ratchet. Oh, I did have another wonderful thing happen today before I log off. So, you know, I haven't enjoyed herb in a couple of years, and I haven't drank in a few years. But that anesthesia had me feeling really good for over an hour after I came out of the procedure. So I was really loving that today. I was loving it. We are unhinged. A bunch of heathens. Heathens. Isn't that what he says? Isn't that what Uncle L's always talking about? Heathens. It's duality. It's duality. I really enjoyed the anesthesia. That was absolutely the best part of the whole last, you know, month or so was that anesthesia feeling. Yes. It was lovely. All right. Everyone have a great night. And was your reading, was it? I'll have to go back and watch that. I was listening, but I was in the middle of my prep yesterday, so yeah. Phoenix, there were a couple of card reads earlier at the beginning if you want to go back and watch them once this is posted up, but I was off tonight. My energy's off because I'm in pain. So it was just a lot of chatting. But thank you all for coming. Remember to hit the likes if you didn't already. I appreciate y'all being here. And I'll post up a time for another.